Hey Trans Youth, this is Samantha and it's Saturday for this week, and the question for this week is actually a rather common one. Actually, I've seen it several times, but it's how do you react when you see photos of your pre-transitioned self, your previous self? I know that people tend to experience dysphoria when they see their previous self's pictures, but I don't really react to it in any form of dramatic way. I more so kind of react to it like one would, like when their mother shows their boyfriend or girlfriend baby naked pictures of themselves. I don't really have a huge reaction to it. I do kind of know kind of how I react to it, and I do know that it's in kind of a bad way, but I don't make a huge deal out of it, and I don't yell at people to take videos down. Basically what happens is, at first when I see the picture, I feel fairly disassociated with it, kind of like I did during puberty and everything. And then I kind of begin to judge that person who I don't really think is me at first, and I judge them as not attractive or kind of on the ugly side or someone that I really would not want to be. And then after all of that, I kind of make the connection in my mind that this person used to be me. And it kind of does embarrass me. I get very embarrassed about it, but I don't end up like yelling at a person to take an image down or anything like that. I'm actually pretty concrete in my trans status for before and after. Now, the reason I react in those three ways is when I get fairly disassociated with that person when I first see the image, it's kind of like in puberty. Basically, if you've seen my personal channel, I've talked about this a lot. When I went through my first puberty and everything, I just disassociated with myself. I thought that my body was a completely different entity from my conscious mind, and it kind of messed with me a little bit. I ended up not really developing an interest in physical manner, like physical attractions. Didn't really develop an interest, and it has caused a lot of different problems, and it kind of feels that way when I look at a picture of this man that used to be me. And because of that, because I'm so disassociated with this completely different entity that I see in this picture, I begin to judge them, which I admit is kind of a bit of a problem, but it's also judging myself, so I don't particularly care. But I basically view this person as being ugly or disassociated, primarily because when I was male, I didn't really take care of myself. I didn't really have a fashion sense because I didn't care for the identity that I had, because pretty much any and all the styles for males I didn't feel that I was a part of. And because of that, I just had a uniform, so to say, of like black pants, black shirt, and jewelry. That's really all I wore. And honestly, it is kind of fashion faux pas or whatever. So I judge myself like that. And then I start to view myself as ugly in those pictures. Then, after I view myself as ugly, and I view this person as a completely different person, I just realize, it just kind of clicks in my head, that this person in the picture is me. And that is where I get embarrassed. That is where I start to get very sheepishly embarrassed about how much I just judged myself, what I just basically said to myself, and I start to become kind of ashamed of it. But I'm not dysphoric about it. I'm not ashamed to the point where it's like, I'm not going to claim that this person in the picture is me. Now the reason I don't feel the dysphoria about it is because I feel I have done something for the world. That picture is still making someone else happy, and that picture is still contributing, and that picture is still helping. And especially with like videos and things like that on YouTube, I find it to be still helpful despite it being up on the internet and me being embarrassed about it. Like, seriously, this is my first video, and I'm gonna play a snippet of it for you.
Hi, Sorry, first video, kind of just getting this down. Sorry about the voice. I guess introductions are in order.
That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Really bad. I just, no. But it's still up. It's still on YouTube. I'll even toss the link down in the descriptions because it's still helping people. And this is the beginning of my transition. This used to be me. And my voice is absolutely terrible. And the way that I look isn't exactly very good. And I can just critique it all I want. The fact of the matter is that that is me. No matter how embarrassed I am about it, even if my mom was showing naked pictures to my girlfriend, I would still consider that to be a big help to my family, particularly my mother. I'm not going to act dysphoric about who I used to be. So that's pretty much it, and I really hope that you guys have gotten something out of this, especially seeing my first video, hearing my first voice, and all of that fun stuff. That's pretty much it, and I will see you guys next Saturday on Trans Youth, or if you watch my personal videos, next Friday. And remember to send your questions to transyouthchannel@gmail.com. We're still making lists. We're just kind of coming up with topics on our own as well. And see you guys. Bye.